their cattle and turn to cattle rustling. Second, we had a series of reprisal killings happening over and over in southern Kaduna. This is what we found. In fact, I was sworn in on Friday, 29th May. That evening, there were killings in Sanga local government in southern Kaduna. So my first assignment as governor was to call a security council meeting on Saturday to address it. We've been trying to address all those issues. The killings in southern Kaduna have more or less stopped, thanks to the intervention of a committee we set up under the leadership of General Wike, former Chief of Defense Staff. He did a very good job of going around and really tracing the root of these killings, and found that most of those that come in to do these killings are from other African countries: Cameroon, Chad, Mali, Senegal. Because this happened in April, and these cattle rearers had come from these countries and were going back because they moved across the West Africa sub-region. They came in just as they were going back with their cattle. This problem happened. If you remember the elections of April 2011, and they were just victims that were passing through. And of course, the Fulanis have this long memory of revenging any killings. So their relations were coming from other countries to revenge. So we had to reach out to some of those communities outside Nigeria and say to them, look, this cannot continue. Let us sit and settle. We can pay compensation, we can do anything, but there is no sense coming and wiping out an entire village just because something happened 5 years ago.
Are you getting results?
We are. Killings in southern Kaduna have stopped. There has been no killings in the last 6 months. Since Agboy's committee did that job and reached out to these people and talked to them and said, there is a new governor, we can talk.
El Rufaya, Kaduna Little Finger. You see this narrative? Let me kind of like bust your bubble, okay? It's from what he said, though. El Rufaya said some Fulanis got trapped in some communal clashes and they lost their cows. And because they lost their cows, they now resort to cattle rustling. That means they started stealing other people's cows, which is Fulani stealing Fulani cows. So how come Fulani stealing Fulani cows became something that the indigenous people, Christian communities in southern Kaduna ended up being massacred, kidnapped, slaughtered? The one that is just like glossed over briefly when he said, you know, you can't say because they kill your cow that you are going to go to a whole village, you wipe the whole village out. So come, let us settle. They went outside Nigeria. Hang on. So you mean Fulanis brought their cows from Chad, from Mali, from Niger, and they entered Nigeria, passed through Borno, passed through Katsina, until they got to Sokoto, and they went to Benue, Taraba, Plateau, Yobe, and on like that, until they got to Oyo, and from there, some of them enter Ondo until they cross the Niger. From Chad. Yeah. Even as recent as yesterday, over 20 people were buried. 20 human beings, including children, were buried in shallow grave, killed by Fulani terrorists just yesterday in Benue. Years after this mofo, they decided to go and pay the terrorists to come back to Nigeria and stop killing our people. Okay, don't worry, but come back to Nigeria.
They don't have the mandate to engage these people. That it is only the federal government that can give them the mandate to engage these people. So my people should be killed. My people should die all before government will talk about this. What is the meaning of this? Yesterday I buried 5 people. A father and 2 of his sons of over 40, 50 years in Teodan, very close to a military base. What is the meaning of this? If they cannot help me, maybe I'll leave this position as chairman and let it continue the way it is. I don't care about being a chairman of the local government of the people that are all killed. What is the meaning of this? Look at a child of 2 years old, butchered with cutlass. How many people? We're talking of no less than 20 people that were killed in our village. This is the village of the former first lady of this state, Mrs. Eunice Otom. This is the village of the Togwe. This is the village of the Bishop Banagbe. This is fucking too much for me to condone. And I tell you, whatever will happen, will happen. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I had to cut it, okay? I did my best to make sure that, you know, like, I reduced the graphicness of the video. 2-year-old child, a little boy, macheted, hamper. Like, what could have been the child's offense? He runs to the cow. Eh? So, the amalgamation of strange bedfellows don't really end well. You get what I mean? Because it played out from where, for instance, where Atiku is coming from. Now, with Wike, who is the minister of the FCT, by the way, and he also proclaimed himself as the governor of FCT. After this night, about 2.5 years ago, everything changed. Wike changed to who you now see today. Wike.
Secondly, if I emerge today, every state that has a problem, it is my duty to make sure the party is united. We unite everybody to make sure we win this election 2023. You know, I didn't come here today to tell you about theory. What is the problem with Nigeria? Leadership. Leadership is the major problem with Nigeria. Therefore, PDP, you must not make mistake. You must have a courageous leader, a fearless leader, somebody who can withstand APC. And it is me. It is me. Please, please, my dear delegates, send me for this assignment. Let me go and win APC. I will win APC for the power to come back to PDP on behalf of Nigerians. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And God bless you.
It is smoke Igbo. It is taking India.
With Wike, in fairness to him, right, he was looting his own state to fund other states, that other state governors are looting the states to fund their own private pockets. Do you understand? With Wike was governor. Bala was governor. Autumn was governor. There is another one. Tambuwa was governor. They were all governors in PDP. When Atiku was chilling in Dubai, with Wike will rob his own states, share money to these states like a godfather. And all they had to do for him was just to deliver their delegates so that he could become the candidate of APC, PDP. But that was the day that Wike nearly died, because it was the day he witnessed real betrayal that could not be rectified. Even though he made an effort to also become Atiku's vice, that also, right, fell through. He missed it. That was the moment where the Wike turned to Digbolugi. But in what seemed to be a smart move to save his own head, he decided to quickly go and parley with Tifnumbu. And that relationship, that sort of like a partnership paid off. Today, where Wike is the minister, supposedly, is the governor of Abuja State, FCT. Something happened today. Since where Wike is on a mission to, according to him, to clean Abuja or cleanse Abuja Because according to Wike, 99% of land in Abuja and those who occupied them did not get the government authority. Because to Wike, even if you have any government paper or government document or whatever, if they say it has expired, it has expired. So they are facing that already, right? Until Wike sent a warning out just last week, giving the PDP, his own party, till Monday, that's it today, to come and pay the ground rents or land rents, because they say all property owners in Abuja must pay annual ground rents. Like your property, that you have bought a land doesn't mean you still have to pay ground rents to the FCTA. And PDP hasn't paid. They had never paid. So according to Wike, PDP hadn't paid for 28 years. And right now, they can no longer be accorded any privilege. So today, they shut down PDP Secretariat. A supposed PDP member. Well, you can simply he's doing his job, but save us that pretense. We all know what's going on. Yesterday, Wike was on Twitter, X, where he was throwing tantrums that Soloma Kinde Ibadan, his own supposed deputy in their G-string group. Remember the G-string 5? Right. Wike is now saying that whatever is going on in PDP is caused by Soloma Kinde Ibadan, his supposed bosom friend. Of course, let's stop by at PDP Secretariat. The only thing left now is to probably demolish the place. I don't think he has a plan of demolishing the place. But is this not enough? For PDP to actually act like a political party, not a political court. Get rid of this, this trant. I don't know. Let's go to Abuja and then witness how the entire drama played out. PDP Secretariat Abuja, ladies and gentlemen.
Huh? They lock now. Focus on that. It has to demand. Excuse me. They are coming. They are the one that are you knocking all of us? Where is the scene? See the scene here. Yes, Abba. See, can we take the scene? Let's take it. No. Down. I think you should be up. Okay, fine. You should be up. Okay, fine. No. Let them put it forward. Not too up, no. Come down a bit. Come down a bit. We wanted to come in and talk. So where do you come on with I've seen this premises. Maybe we can talk. Oh, yes. Let's come out. Don't need to go in. When we requested for that to be done, that's out. So that's why we have
Sorry, can I ask a question?
No.
They are not the party chief.
No, I said I'm not just telling you that you cannot.
PDP is allowed to shut down.
So that was the PDP Secretariat, the Wadata Plaza in Abuja. The property is now owned by the Wike FCTA. There are so many questions that people should ask. PDP ruined Nigeria for 16 years, even though their own ruinous time is pretty much like a child's play to what you currently have, 10 years of APC. Number one, the land on which they built their supposed structure is owned by McCarthy. Yeah, you remember McCarthy? I think McCarthy was a former governor of Ebony, you know. She can't know, can't remember. Well, I shall know his face and I know his name. McCarthy. So the land where they build APC, supposedly where they have the APC Secretariat, I mean, so PDP Secretariat in Abuja, National Secretariat, is not even owned by them. Rather, you know, because the whole thing is that they only use the party as a vehicle, right? From 1999 up to this moment, yeah, at least, more than 30 to 40% of those who